Hi YouTube, my name's Drew and you're watching Drew's Obsessions. Today I'm going to be getting my hair and my beard ready for the beach because I'm going to the Dominican Republic for March break. So join me and see how I do it. Step one, you want to get yourself some clippers. These are my new ones. This is by Wahl. It's a Pro Series. It only cost me 30 bucks. Okay, so I'm going to try to do a ½ inch on the sides here around the back, and then on the top I'm just going to thin it out with my scissors. Figure out again, if you've seen any of my other videos you'll know how I do this, but I'm going to kind of comb everything forward with my hand here, kind of figure out where the part line is, and then just make it as neat as possible. Again, we're not making a Swiss watch here, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side here. You can kind of get the gist of how it's going to look. I'm just going to finish up trimming all this part and then I'll come back and show you how I trim up the top. Alright, so the next step of our journey is going to be using scissors, and I'm going to be kind of pretending like I'm a professional hairdresser here, even though I've had zero training. And I just kind of, what I'm doing is I'm going to put my fingers along my scalp and then pull my hair up to a point where it's kind of maybe I don't know, close to 2 inches. And then wherever there's rough hairs, I'm just going to kind of even them up. So as you can see here at the top, there's some hairs that are longer than the rest. So I'm just going to snip them. Trust me, no one will tell if you get it a little bit off. And then whatever you just cut, you'll see the straight parts. And then you can use that as your gauge for the next bit of hair that you get. I haven't paid for a haircut in over 3 years. Would it look better if I went? Perhaps. Just any rogue hairs, just trimming. A little practice because you got to kind of work in reverse. Now remember, I'm not a professional, so there's I'm sure I'm doing stuff wrong. If anyone who's watching it, they're probably like, well, why did you do it that way? But again, this works for me, so it can definitely work for you if you want to do the same. And you can kind of see the results at the end, determine if you like how this goes. Now that I've evened it all up here, I'm just going to comb the sides down. And as you can see, it's kind of all shaggy along here. So I'm going to kind of cut with the line of my hair, comb it down. You can see all the hairs, and then you can kind of work from one side to make sure that it's even. Kind of cut along the contours of the hair as it's growing. You don't want it straight across. Bam! It's all done. I'm going to do my beard next, and then I'm going to take a shower and I'll show you the results. Alright, now that I've done the hair, I'm going to move on to the beard. And it's a good idea if you have any beard oil lying around that you can put it in so it keeps the hair all going in the same direction, because otherwise it's going to be kind of hard to cut. So I'm going to do the same principle that I did with my hair, with my fingers to kind of gauge the length, and then I'm going to trim off all the odd hairs. Now, as you can see, as the hair grows, it's going to kind of grow in tufts. So it's going to grow long this way, long down here, and you might, if your hair grows differently, it might grow long here. Mine's kind of thinner in this area. But my whole goal here is to kind of shape it so that it gets heavier and droops down this way. I don't want it to bush out and kind of go like this, and then it looks kind of shaggy and weird. So I'm going to just do some trims without really, cutting back too much of the beastiness of it. I'm just going to go over and trim all these kind of rogue hairs here. And then when I get to the point here, it's starting to like curl up. It's so long. So I'm just going to kind of get rid of that weird point. If I'm going to keep this thing growing, it's got to look decent. Okay, so I've started doing the sides here. I'm kind of liking it better. I'm just going to show you what I do underneath here. Again, this part here curls up. So I kind of squish my chin into my neck, so I can see the line better. And again, I cut it with the contours of my jaw. You might need to go right up along stretch it out and go up right along the neck. Okay, I'll see you in a few seconds after I take my shower. Now, you can either style it to the side, or you could spike it up. I'm going to get a little of this putty. And there you have it, folks. Use more as needed, and make sure to hit that subscribe button to check out my next video. Thanks for watching.